Alrighty, guys. Now with the Xbox struggling, PlayStation sales they're not what they expected, and of course with the new Switch coming out, they don't believe there's any way they're going to be able to get the same sales they got on Switch 2 that they got on Switch 1. So it makes you wonder how many console generations are left. How much longer? Well, I know we're going to see a PlayStation 6. We're going to see a Switch 2. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see another Xbox. But what's it going to look like after that? We see what Microsoft's been trying to do with getting their Game Pass everywhere. And maybe I think one of these three will fold, and I don't believe it's going to be Sony or Switch. I believe if anybody quits making consoles, it will be Microsoft that does it first. I don't see Sony or especially Nintendo. They're not going to quit anytime soon because again, I don't see consoles going away. The thing is, you have to remember, as long as they keep their games exclusive, which we're not seeing now, we're seeing Microsoft give up. They're giving up. They're giving up games to PlayStation and Switch, and we've seen Sony give games to PC. But of course, Sony's not giving games to Xbox. So could it one day everything just come out on PC? You know, a lot of people think that. But again, the thing you have to remember with consoles, they're just so easy to do plug and play. That's why consoles, I don't believe they're going anywhere. That's why I pretty much game on consoles. I can game on PC, I have before, but I prefer console. Always have. I just like the idea of when I buy Sony, I know what I'm getting. I'm getting exclusive games. When I buy Nintendo, I'm getting exclusive games. So as long as they're exclusive games out, again, you put out a system and you get those exclusive games. You get the Switch, got exclusive games. The thing that's hurt Microsoft, I know Microsoft, if you look at their sales numbers, it's really a disgrace how bad how bad their Xbox is selling. And of course, even though the PlayStation 5's not selling like it did in the PlayStation 4, it's still got good sales. If you look at it, it's like a million unit. If you look at it from the time frame now, you know, like a year at the same time the PlayStation 4 was out, it's like a million units behind. Again, that's not bad. And considering a lot of this got slowed down with the pandemic and everything, and then we're seeing talks of a PlayStation 5 and all that. So I believe as long as game companies put out exclusive games for that system, you're always going to see a console. You're never going to see Nintendo. Nintendo would probably just go out of business before they would release their games on another platform. I just don't see it happening. And you could see it happen on PC in the future, but again, I believe consoles, at least for another couple generations, I don't believe they're going anywhere. The big problem with consoles also is when you start over, you lose billions of dollars. And that's one big thing Microsoft's never made any money from their systems. I don't believe they didn't make any money from the 360, even though the 360 sold so well. They never even made no money from that because of the red ring. But that got them thinking maybe we can do something. Then the Xbox One came out. Then now that Series X and S has come out, and we see they're just not getting it done. So if the market shrinks, like if Xbox disappeared tomorrow, which it's not going to be because they've got Game Pass, their goal at the end of the day, I would believe, if Microsoft did fold, they would try to get their Game Pass put on the next PlayStation or the Switch. Of course, it's on PC. So I don't know. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? It makes you wonder. They may just go exclusive PC. The Game Pass might, but if Xbox is not putting out consoles, they're not going to be seen as a threat. So the PlayStation and Switch may let it go on their platform, but again, it's just hard to see that. It's just hard to see that. It really is. But at the end of the day, people, consoles, they're not going anywhere. They're going to be here for a while because again, the average consumer like me, I just want to plug the system in and play it. That's what I want. That's all I want. I don't want to have to worry about graphics cards and all that. Even though I can play games on my PC, which I have, I just don't. I just like to play on console. That's just the way I've been, and that's the way a lot of average consumers are. And of course, we got the smartphone market. who knows how that's going to turn out as phones get better and better. They're going to be able to play everything. Tablets. Again, the big problem, of course, with smartphones is the screen is so small. I consider smartphones as like, just simple games. I don't consider it playing God of War on my Google Pixel. I don't consider that, or my iPhone. I don't consider that. But that's my thoughts on this. We're going to see a PlayStation 6, of course, and I would say a PlayStation 7, and we're going to see a Switch 2 and whatever Nintendo does after the Switch. And Microsoft, they're just struggling. If they could put out games, this would not be a problem. It really wouldn't. That's why I think we'll see a dip in Sony sales, not because we're going to see less. I think we'll see less PlayStation sold this year just because they're not going to have the first party support. And that's the biggest problem right now is the games. This all goes back to the COOF. That's how this all started. But anyway, that's my thoughts on this. Games, they're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere, people. Game consoles, I mean. They're not going anywhere. So, we'll see how long it lasts, of course, if we're here to see it. Who knows? But that's my thoughts on this, guys. And as always, thanks so much for watching. And we'll see you guys next time. Toodles!